we have a short window that we can spot when people are starting to get stressed out of being prepared for what's going to be cortisol and adrenaline. And you can actually see that, and it's a flash. It happens in a quarter of a second, but you'll notice it. But the thing is, we tend to plow through it. We tend to just keep going and pushing the message. Whereas if you do that, that 90 seconds gets used up, and now you run the risk of that stressor becoming a neurobiological event. And once it becomes a neurobiological event, you're then put in a situation where you're going to have cortisol flowing. It's harder to come back. The 90 seconds, you deal with it, then it goes away. Once the cortisol starts flowing, it could take hours sometimes for the cortisol and adrenaline to subside. This is getting back to what I was talking about earlier. It's not just doing it for yourself, but observing the people who are around you. When they start falling into here, you see those micro flashes. It's time to, I'm not saying you lower the standard. I'm just saying you change the subject, you change the topic to let them get back to even keel. Because if you go too far, and too far could be a minute or two, it turns into a neurobiological event, and now you have cortisol flowing and adrenaline flowing, and they're not going to hear nearly the amount from you that they need to hear, or that you think they're hearing, because they're in fight or flight, or at least preparing for fight or flight. Once the cortisol starts going, the people, they close down and they narrow their focus, and it's very difficult to hear you. So you're getting partial attention. You're better off pausing, change the subject, coming back to it later, scheduling another meeting, and then maybe coming at it from a different angle. And sometimes just having the time to be away from it, they'll get to a better place.